So it's great to have this week's Frontline interview, and I'm really pleased today to be joined by Josephine Yahaya-Joe. And Josephine and the rest of her family, Osman and their children, not big children, Debbie and Daniel, have been with us for, we reckon, nearly 2 years at St Matthew's. And it's been great to have you as part of our church family and to see you all getting involved in the life of the church. And lovely to be able to interview you now and hear a bit about your working life, home life, and how life's been different for you since the pandemic hit. So welcome, Josephine. Great to see you.
Thank you, Pastor.
So tell me and everyone who's listening, first of all, tell us what your job is, and tell us in normal times before life changed like it has at the moment, what is it you enjoy about your job?
I'm an healthcare assistant, and I enjoy working with the elderly, communicating with them, singing, putting a smile on their faces. We do a lot of activities here.
That's very good. So is it in a care home that you work?
Yes.
And is that around here or a little bit further away?
Twickenham.
In Twickenham. Okay. Yeah. And how long have you done that job?
I've been doing it for 2 years too, since I moved to England. Yeah. It's
an amazing job. And when I see people in our local care homes, I'm full of admiration for the staff. They do an amazing job. So well done.
Thank you.
Tell me then, since the pandemic hit, I imagine it's had a big impact on your work and the place where you work. So give us a bit of a flavour about how life at work has changed. And then in a bit, we'll talk about home life.
Things have really changed for the elderly, because seeing us putting on masks, they find it very strange at the beginning, and speaking to them through the mask, they can't really hear us, and they get agitated with that. And for us to wearing the PPE all the time, is also difficult, because it's a new life. Everything is new. Then at home, nothing really changed. I have a lot of encouragement from my family. And one of the changes is as soon as I got home, I just go straight to the bathroom instead of having conversation with my family. Yeah.
And for the residents, what was the situation in terms of their families? Presumably their families couldn't come in, or still can't come in, maybe?
Some of them, their family used to come, once a week. Some of them every day, but right now, no. So that is one of the difficulties we are facing. And I try to encourage most of them. It's not funny. Even today, one of them was also crying because the lady came into the home in March, which is he's putting on winter clothes, and he can't really get the summer clothes to wear. So that really makes her cry. And I just told her today to hang in there, that it will soon be over.
That's very hard. So have you had to enable families to make contact by Skype, for example? Have you been doing that with some families?
Yes. Like one of the residents, the son lives in Australia. We're able to do that with him, and he felt so happy. It was emotional time for him. Seeing the son and the sons, they were actually really emotional. Yeah.
Gosh.
And
so
another thing I need to add, last week, that is the first time somebody came in as a visitor, but the distance is really more. The resident is inside through the window, and the family is really far. So for me, I don't think that is the normal thing to do right now, because they are not feeling it the way they used to.
Yeah.
And the people I'm working with, the residents, some of them are celebrities. They are used to a particular way of life, like inviting like singers to come in. They don't get that anymore. So their mental, their mood switch, everything is really, really bad right now. So I don't know. I just encourage them every day. That is my job, to encourage them. Yeah.
I mean, that you can't overstate how important that is for people like that, because you are, you know, you've become their family to them, I suppose, haven't you, through this time?
Yes, we are family. Yeah.
Yeah. And going back to home life, obviously you've been going out to work when you were in the middle of the lockdown. When you are at home, how was life different to how it would normally be? How did you cope with the restrictions about not going out?
I was working.
Yeah, but in terms of when you weren't at work, how was that, having to stay in all the time?
I think we find strengths on each other with my colleagues. Most of them, they are not Christian. So that is, I started using the opportunity to talk to them about God. And even the manager also, I encourage her very well. And even when we have the coronavirus, it was pretty scary, but I was able to talk to them that nothing is going to happen to any one of us. Everybody is going to be fine. So I keep telling them I'm praying. So that was my word all the time. I'm praying, and all of us are going to be okay.
Oh, well done. Well, that's one of the reasons why we call these frontline interviews, because, you know, you're just demonstrating, there you are, you are on the front line as a Christian, you know, being a witness for Jesus, being the hands and feet to the people you're working with and working for. So well done. That's great.
Thank you.
So what have you found particularly difficult through these last few months?
Seeing the residents being upset. And again, you know, when I see them upset, it really terrifies me because these are families, these are people who their relation comes in every week, and suddenly they can't even see them. And some of them has hearing problem, and some of them have eye problems. So even with phone, is not working. So that was a really difficult time for me, because when each time I see them crying, I cried also. And some of them, their condition is deteriorating for these past 3 months, 4 months now. And you know how that is. So, I mean, that is another painful thing for me too.
Yeah. And are there aspects of this time that you've enjoyed or you've found positive in the midst of all this difficulty?
One of the things I enjoy is commuting to work. The road was free. It's something that takes me almost an hour. It just takes me 20 minutes, 18 minutes, I'm there. So I enjoyed that. Then another thing I enjoyed, another thing I enjoy is I have the opportunity talking to my colleagues about Christ. I enjoy that. I think it's not something you can do at the place of work. They can take you up, but I was able to do that this period. So I enjoyed that very well.
I think a number of people have said that people are more open to these sorts of conversations about God, and people have got questions, haven't they? And, you know, far more people have been looking up prayer online, for example. So, so others have said the same. For quite a number of weeks, we had the Clap for Carers on a Thursday evening, and I wonder what that meant to you and to the people you were working with when that was going on.
It really makes us happy, and I feel appreciated. Because at times when you tell people you are a carer, I don't know whether they understand that, but this really makes me happy when this pandemic happened. It makes people recognize us, and it makes us belong. And I felt so appreciated. That is all I can say.
Well, I'm very glad, because people like you need to know you're appreciated, because you don't always hear that as you should, do you?
Yeah.
No. And last question, what would you like us to pray, perhaps for you, for those you work with, for those you care for? What would you like us to pray?
It's for this pandemic to be over. I'm tired because I want everybody to come back to normal life again. And I don't want any of I know the elderly I'm working with now, they are old, but I don't still want them to die before their family can see them. So I just want this situation to be over. Let God take control, and I want it to be over. That is just all I can say. Yeah.
Amen to that. My goodness. So yeah, well, let's all keep praying for that, and pray against all this talk of a possible second spike, and for God to guide those who are looking for vaccines and treating people.
I know.
As I say, people like you who are doing the most amazing job. I see, for example, with my own mother, the carers who come in to care for her, and they are amazing people. So well done. Thank you for being willing to be interviewed. I know it's not easy putting ourselves in front of a camera like this, so I really appreciate it. It's great to hear your story, and may God bless you, and may you know that God strengthens you and is with you, and delights in you being on the front line doing this job for him. So well done. Thank you, Josephine.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.